Fascism, one of the most destructive ideologies of the 20th century. But what is it really? Is it just dictatorship? Is it nationalism? Or something deeper? Something that shaped entire nations and led the world to war? Let's dive into the history of fascism, where it began, what it believed, and how it changed the world forever. After World War I, Europe was in ruins. Millions were dead, economies were broken, and faith in democracy was collapsing. People wanted order, unity, and strength, not endless debate in weak parliaments. And it was in Italy, in this chaos, that fascism was born. The word fascism comes from the Latin fascis, a bundle of rods tied around an axe, symbolizing strength through unity. In 1919, Benito Mussolini, a former socialist journalist, founded the Fasci di Combattimento, or Combat Leagues. He promised to restore Italy's pride, create jobs, and bring back national greatness, using force if necessary. Fascism rejected both liberal democracy and Marxist socialism. It claimed to represent a third way, a system where the nation was above all else. Here's what fascism stood for: extreme nationalism. The state is sacred. Individuals exist to serve it. Totalitarian control. One leader, one party, one ideology. Militarism and discipline. Peace was seen as weakness. War was seen as virtue. Anti-communism and anti-liberalism, both seen as threats to national unity. Corporatism. The economy wasn't owned by the state, but controlled and coordinated to serve national goals. Mussolini once said, "Everything in the state, nothing outside the state, nothing against the state." That, in essence, is fascism. In 1922, Mussolini and his blackshirts marched on Rome. The King of Italy, afraid of civil war, appointed him prime minister. Within a few years, democracy was gone. Italy had become the first fascist state in history. Fascism soon inspired others. In Germany, Adolf Hitler adapted its principles into Nazism, adding his own racial ideology. In Spain, Francisco Franco rose during the Civil War with support from Hitler and Mussolini. Across Europe, from Hungary to Romania, authoritarian movements echoed the fascist call for unity and strength. But fascism's obsession with power and conquest led to catastrophe. World War II devastated Europe, and when the Axis powers fell, so did fascism. In 1945, Mussolini was executed by Italian partisans. His body was hung upside down in Milan, a brutal symbol of the ideology's end. Yet, even after its defeat, fascism's shadow remained. Some groups continued to glorify the idea of national rebirth and strong leadership, reshaping fascist ideas for the modern era. Today, the word fascism is often used as an insult, thrown at anyone with authoritarian tendencies. But historically, fascism was a specific, revolutionary ideology, a rejection of democracy, liberty, and individualism in favor of total unity and control. It was born out of fear and chaos, and it fed on people's desperation for order. Understanding it helps us see how fragile freedom can be when society chooses power over principle. Fascism began with a promise: national pride, strength, and unity. But it ended with war, suffering, and ruin. History teaches us that any ideology claiming to speak for the nation, while silencing its people, leads to darkness. I'm David, and this is Understanding the World. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more stories that reveal the truth behind our past and shape our future.